Let's go to Jorge in Minneapolis here on the Rich Valdez Show. He's listening online. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for taking my call, Dom. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm really sick of this whole trial. What I'm really sick of is Trump and MAGA media constantly lying about the case. I got four blatant examples I'd like to throw past you,
Sure.
but you're probably cutting me off because you don't want to discuss them. The first one is Trump said today that there were many witnesses they wanted to call, but they weren't allowed to.
Okay, that's not true. Let's check that one. That's true. That's a misstatement by Trump, yes.
Right. Oh, it's a misstatement. Gotcha.
Well, he's wrong. I don't know what way you want to say it. It's not correct, yes.
Okay. No, that's okay, good. A lot of hosts would argue it. He couldn't testify due to the gag order.
That's not true.
Okay.
But I would ask you, what's the, that in a criminal case, what would happen here, too. Is it not a fair point that Stormy Daniels was an example of how far-ranging this judge would allow this to go? It wouldn't have centered in on the back and forth with Cohen. Anything might have been fair game here. And politically, if you're running for president, is that a wise decision to make to testify in this?
That's a different discussion. But he said he wasn't allowed to testify.
Well, and I just agreed. He could have testified, yes.
Right. And he said that multiple times, by the way. It's not like he mistakenly said it once. Another was that just in the past day or two, the jury doesn't need to be unanimous to get a conviction. A completely false lie.
That's not false. No. Let's put that in now. Maybe Trump didn't put it in enough context. That could be a fair point. But do you think it's sound legally? I've never seen anything like this where the jury the judges said this, can go 4, 4, and 4 on the three apparent underlying crimes here and yet be a unanimous verdict. It can go with any one of those. Does that make legal sense? I've never seen that before. I don't practice law, but I went to law school.
I don't practice law either, but let me explain because I've been looking into this.
Yeah.
There's three components to this case. Okay, there's three components. The first two components, they have to have a unanimous decision. Okay, if they don't get a unanimous decision on the first two components, the third component is a moot point. But if they get a unanimous decision on components 1 and 2, the third component does not need to be unanimous. Nonetheless, MAGA media is running all over the place going, it doesn't need to be unanimous. Who ever heard of such a thing?
I have not heard of this notion that you can have 4, 4, and 4 on this. All right, thank you. Thanks very much for the call. Now, that is a notion I haven't seen before. So, look, I wouldn't misrepresent it. And you heard, I agree. But one note on the Trump issue here, he could have testified, but on the gag order. The gag order was way out of line. If Trump threatens or appears to suggest a threat toward a juror or something like that, but this judge and his daughter is just grounds for recusal here.